Okay, we're not that far into the night yet, but some parts have shown up, although not the one we're waiting on. I need that damper so we can get going. So we figured we'd start monkeying with some things. For starters, this Edelbrock and Durashine short water pump, it clears, no problem, plenty of room. So that worked, which means the fancy other cover we bought can go back, which means we don't have to pull the oil pan. All of that makes us happy. This is going to work out, no problem there. We have a problem here. This appears to be cross-threaded, so we're getting ready to pull all this back out so we can rethread it. Why monkey with it on the car if you don't have to. It took some questions and some answers, but we finally got answers on a flywheel. It turns out for Gen 5 and Gen 6 big block Chevys, when they went to the one-piece rear, they used the same setup as the two-piece small block Chevy. So I just noticed that, even though we just have this sitting on here because it wouldn't take it off. Hopefully that's just some surface glue. We'll take a look in a little bit. But yeah, that took a little while to get an answer to that. Nobody would help us find a neutral balanced flywheel for a one piece. Everything was for an external balance. So turns out two-piece small block, get 168 tooth and you'll be fine. Okay, we've got that all pulled down through the intake in the truck, and I'll try to clean that thread up because we don't have any taps or chasers that size here, so I'll have to do it at home. But yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Okay, so we're starting to get a little progress here. So the Hydro Boost is mounted up again, although at some point we are going to have to pull and bleed that. We just figured why monkey with fluid. Got the pedals in, of course, you know, the whole dash comes apart to do it. So the pedals are sitting in here. These aren't super snug yet. I mean, they're tight enough. This ain't going anywhere. Had to pull the clutch rod, which really sucks. But there's no way it's going to go in until we get all of this built up. So we've got this gasket. We had to trim the plate out. And now we're building up the foot pad that goes around the column and around the clutch. So this little gasket goes on the back inside a little metal cage that gets riveted to it. It's very complicated. It's overly complicated, and people in the 50s were just thinking too much. A nice little flexible rubber grommet would have done a great job. In fact, did all through the 60s. So we're just getting all that built up, you know, and then re-drilling a couple holes that had been welded shut. So, you know, just more futzy stuff. Okay, we've got the pedal box completely installed now. We've got the column drop in. This one you can't use because we've got this wiper motor in there in the way, so it's just a bolt, but it's still plenty strong enough. I didn't pin the brake in because who knows if you got to pull it in or out a few times. The clutch is working, so that's good. And we got the start on the new pad. We got these riveted in. We'll paint them when the car's all together. What a pain that is, this setup. I know I complained about it a little while ago, but it still sucks. So we're not going to pin the bottom until we have the column in, and we deal with that because the clearance we have over here for the rocker meant we lost one of those holes, or for the rocker cover. So you can see right here, one of those holes would be right here if, you know, this wasn't all dished in. So we don't want to deal with that too much just yet. So that's where we're at. And then one of the others is right here. I don't know how that accidentally got welded, so we'll have to drill it back out. And yeah, so that's about where we are now.